What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down how wide receivers can make the toughest catches on the field. So we're going to be talking about some of the common questions we get asked about diving catches, low catches, over-the-shoulder catches, and then catches in traffic, and how you guys can be more consistent with that, and some things to think about. So I hope this video helps you guys out, but also, fellas, if you're a wide receiver and you feel you need to improve your hand-eye coordination, you need to improve your grip strength in order so you can make every single catch, check out that very first link in the description below for our 30-day wide receiver catching program. So it is 30 days, fellas, of consecutive wide receiver catching drills, exercise that you can do with no quarterback necessary. So you don't need a quarterback to throw to. These are all things that you can do on your own at your house. So check out that very first link in the description below. We'd love to get you on that. Let's get started with this video. So this catch right here that we're going to look at from CeeDee Lamb is probably as tough as it gets. So this is a corner route. This is kind of thrown poorly. It should be dropped over the shoulder, but it misses a little bit behind, and he has to go make this play. The whole sole purpose of working on catches like this or getting comfortable with catches like this is these are the catches that stand out on film. I'm sure a lot of you are high school wide receivers, younger wide receivers, and you guys have dreams and aspirations of playing at the college level. These are the catches that make you stand out. The college coach isn't looking for you to catch a routine slant. He's looking for you to do something that he wouldn't expect you to do. That's why they call it a highlight. Right? So when you guys are making a catch like this, the most important thing is your eyes. That goes for anything. You're catching a slant over the middle, over the shoulder, catching traffic. Your eyes have to see that football hit your hands. So many wide receivers think they're looking the football in, but they're actually not. That ball hit their hands, and then they're peeking off over here. They're maybe worried about getting their feet down. They're not seeing the football hit their hands. And that is what's going to make you more consistent with these catches where you're falling down, having to come back to the ball, you're in traffic, whatever it might be. Now, obviously, CeeDee Lamb is not thinking about this right now because in the middle of the game, you got to worry about the leverage of the DB. You got to worry about the coverage, the play call, running the right route, having the right timing. There's so many other variables. So I'm willing to bet all the money I own that he is not thinking about this right now. But this is something that you want to think about while you're in practice and while you're repping it out. Because if you guys are in practice, t-shirt and shorts, there are things you want to think about. Technique, obviously, how you should run routes. But on catches, it is eyes. I'm looking that thing into the tuck, so it is automated. My favorite thing in the world is when I talk about stuff like this, and then I'll get some idiot who will say, oh, that's a good way to get your head taken off by looking the ball in. It's like, yeah, you're not supposed to think about this when you're actually in a live game. You're thinking about it in practice. That's the whole point of practicing, but those people who say that, they've probably never put in real time on a practice field. So that's stuff you need to think about, looking that ball in, seeing it hit your hands. While you're in practice, t-shirt and shorts, routes versus air, anytime that you could think about that, that is when we need to focus on it to help you build that habit and get you better at those tough catches. Building the good habit of eyes is how you make those tough catches falling down. Let's play this thing again, full speed one more time. Then we'll talk about a deep pass downfield and how you guys can be more consistent. So sometimes this is one of the hardest ones that you guys can make, or hardest throws that we have, is those deep shots downfield where you have this guy beat, you won on the route, and we have to finish the play. I think every wide receiver has been there at one point or another where you got this DB by a step, you could feel him on your hip. How can we be more consistent with a catch like this? Because time and time again, you see receivers that they'll take their eyes off of this thing, just like we were talking about. They think they're looking it in, but their eyes are forward because they're worried about what they're going to do with the ball, how they're going to go score. Obviously, you have to look it in, but there are a couple things that'll set you up for that. And that is one, keeping your hands active. And then the second one that builds off of that is being late with your hands. So many wide receivers, that ball is thrown up, and then they will stick their hands out when they're about 5 yards away and run with their hands out in front of them. But guess what? When you run with your hands out in front of you, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to slow down. If you stick your hands out there and you're trying to reach for the ball before you even run under it, that's going to slow you down, let the DB recover, number one. But two, you might not even catch up to this ball. You have to make sure that you keep your arms pumping until that last possible second. So one, you could keep this separation from the DB, but two, you could actually run down the ball. Now, when you keep your arms pumping, a lot of guys aren't comfortable with it because then they have to be late with their hands. And what I mean by late with your hands is showing your hands late. So it's exactly how it sounds. I'm not raising my hands way up to the ball. I'm not running with my hands out, already showing the over the shoulder, because this DB is playing your hands. We want to give him as little time as possible to make a play on the ball because he's playing us. He's not looking back, running with the ball like how we are. But two, again, if we run with my hands out and I'm not late with my hands, it's going to slow me down and let the DB recover. So fellas, we have to get comfortable being late with those hands. Now, when you are late with those hands, your eyes are super important, because if you're pumping your arms last second, what do your eyes have to be doing the whole time? Tracking the ball, looking at the ball. So when that ball does drop low and you don't show your hands super early, that way you could track it and be more consistent. So fellas, it comes down to 3 things with these tough catches. Number 1, taking a picture of the ball. Number 2, don't run with your hands out. And number 3, be late with your hands when you're making those tough over-the-shoulder grabs. Let's play this thing again, full speed one more time. Great job by Rieger. Sometimes this is one of the hardest catches to make, fellas, when you know you got this guy deep or taking a shot downfield. Keep that arm drive and be late with those hands. Don't let the DB react. All right, fellas, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section below. You guys help keep this channel rolling, and we definitely appreciate all the feedback. It really means a lot, because it helps come with new ideas for videos. So feel free, if you have any kind of feedback, suggestion, leave those in the comment section below. And again, fellas, if you'd like a 30-day wide receiver catching program, everything you need to do to improve grip strength, hand-eye coordination, and make these tough catches, check out that very first link in the description below. I'll see you guys next time.